So clearly,
As a
in the
character.
other allocations, I could possibly not give Maddie ear control of Irina. So Nikki's controlling Irina. Not that we don't trust you, Maddie.
I didn't mean to try and kill her last time. It's not my fault. She doesn't have any weapons.
Anyway,
Sure.
I'm really happy because at least if something bad happens to Irina, it won't be Tim or Bern who's upset with me. It will only be Strahd.
that's right.
He's probably already.
Hey, Maddie,
upset
can
with
you
me.
just check that you can access the Irina? No, Irina. Sorry, Fisk. His
Fisk.
character sheet, yeah. And can you just try?
Yeah, I
just
got him.
do a roll on anything. And Nikki, did you get a did Beyond 20 work for you? Oh, excellent. A strength of -1, so it's a 1. That's excellent.
So it said that she'd recently leveled up, that I needed to go into features and traits for D&D Beyond to pass the
Yeah,
character.
that's fine. Just click on that. Yeah, don't worry about that. But just go into, say, actions or all, and just click on the very left-hand side of, whatever. Oh, there you go. Acrobatics Arena. There you go. Perfect. So you'll be able to use. So if you could have both character sheets open, so that when the fighting happens, and Maria, just be sure that you're good to go. You seem lurched there, Maria.
Yep.
I just, around with my internet. Very strange. I just tried to roll for Cage, but I don't know if it came up.
No.
It should work though, unless your browser. Can you roll for you? Just check you first, and let's just see how that.
Yeah, I'm just going to try rolling again for Cage. Just wondering if it's just an internet thing with Roll20 at the moment. So that was Cage Acrobatics.
No, it's come up as
me.
Cage the Mage down the bottom. It says Acrobatics, and underneath it says Cage the Mage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does
too. So if
too.
you now
Fantastic.
just double check on Ria,
Okay, brilliant.
Be...
Yeah, I'll just check Starfire. Let's see if Starfire comes. Okay. I think we're all good. Ah, yeah, that's standard, isn't it?
Yeah.
6.
Perfect.
Fantastic.
That's what we need.
Get it out of the way now. Okay, I'm going to listen to you while I just grab a cup of tea.
Now,
so I am here.
I believe that you guys have commenced a watch as you take rest during the evening. Is that correct? Yes, says Maria the scribe from from there.
She's like, yes!
Indeed. So, we are now... Maria gets a cup of tea. There we go. We are good to go. So, Maria kills herself getting a cup of tea. We are all online witnesses to it.
Sorry, I didn't know you could hear that.
Awkward.
Sorry. I was just going, breakfast would be...
Now we can't hear anything, yeah.
Yeah. Baby steps. I might just carry the kitchen. Can you...
Hello.
Hello.
Got you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That's really strange.
Yeah, your camera keeps rotating around.
Oh god, this is a mess.
It's not working.
I can't hear Nikki anymore.
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Ah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Everyone good?
Oh lord.
Maria's gone. Maria, can we hear you? You're on pause.
Oh, I think it was the background noise came in. I had to adjust.
Is it too loud for you, is it?
Maybe a little bit.
That's weird how... I wonder... It's... Your PC or computer probably has different volumes for different things. For Skype and for your general sound, which is probably why it's coming in loud for you, soft for others. Okay, yeah. So that's something we could all look at just to so you get the effects there. But that's all right. It's the sound is less important than you hearing our wise and bountiful words. As night presses against the door, the fog creeps, small bits of it sort of coming underneath the stable doors. Now, who's on watch first?
I'll be on watch.
Can I have a perception roll, please?
Yep.
And can whoever's next on watch, if it's Fisk, get ready to do a perception roll for Fisk, and then the rest of you also get ready to do a perception roll for me. So, 16.
Yeah, I can do one for old mate.
During the night, in the first hour or two of sunset, not only do you see wisps of fog pressing and coming underneath, reacting with the warm air from both the animals and the 6 of you huddled into this stable on the side of the vineyard. But you hear sticks, as if someone is moving a bundle of sticks from beyond the door. And you hear it several times during your watch. Sometimes it's quite close. Other times it seems like it could be yards and yards away. You look about. The rest of your team are deep in sleep, exhausted from their day's travels and the fight with the various creatures that loomed on the edge of the vineyard. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I reckon they are making more blights.
The peace of the night now turns to wild storms. The lightning, as it flashes, illuminates, and you can see in a great big sheet lightning or a prolonged strike, you're not sure, but you see a shadow move. Was it the lightning? Was it 2 strikes of lightning? But it's as if some sort of shadow moved beyond the door.
I nudge Fisky and go, eek.
Fisk awakes, not awaits.
Can Fisky open the door and look through
Is
it?
that what you guys are going to do?
Oh god.
I don't know, I'm asleep.
I don't like when you ask me questions like that, because then I know that I should not do that.
No, that's not the case at all.
Fisky cracks the door and has a little
Okay,
peek.
roll perception for Fisk. Alright, just give me 2 secs while I fix up Starfire.
Did you tell them to go?
There's pressure on her. Fisk peers out and he sees amongst the vineyard to the north 2 or 3 vine blights or something that looks like them shuffling around between the lines of vines, shuffling in towards the vineyard, the winery, not the vineyard, and they seem to go almost at an angle towards the rest of the house. So as if he's looking out here, he sees some shadows moving, but they seem to be heading as if they're going to come into the actual building itself, but not into the stables.
Okay.
What time of night is this, Duncan?
This would be first watch that Ia was taking, so within the first hour and a half, I assume. Seems... Yeah,
It's about 9
9:30,
o'clock.
something like that. 9:38, if you want to be precise.
Sure.
I don't know what to do.
Because Fisk shut the
How
doors.
far away are they?
At the moment, they're probably 25, 30 yards away. So 90 feet. And he just saw them in the flash of some lightning.
Yeah, Fisk shuts that door. And then just kind of, I don't know. Should we wake the party and tell them?
He shuts the door and he
I just low-key
sort of leans up against it.
I would suggest if we're not in immediate threat, I would let people sleep to regain hit points.
Yeah.
And get their long rest in case we are attacked.
And just pretend we didn't.
A wise choice.
Yeah. That's what I'm going with.
It always helps.
Okay, who's on next?
Well, it looks like
Who's on
Fisk
next
will take
watch?
next watch. Well, given Fisk is
Who's on next watch?
Fisk.
Fisk. As
Fisk.
Ia drifts off to
Fisky.
sleep, the last thing she hears is the rain beginning to get heavier and heavier. The storm, though, seems to have moved off. The thunders and sounds much more distant. Fisk's watch is completed. Who's next?
Me.
Oh, sorry.
You want to go? You can go if you want to.
Yeah, is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Starfire, waking with the start. Fisk tells you what he saw. I think there are more of those vine blights moving in the night. I haven't heard anything for the last hour and a half of my watch. But be cautious. Keep an ear to the door. And with that, he instantly falls asleep.
Okay, no problem.
Moving
I
to
will
the
keep
door,
watch
you hear
at the door.
just the patter of heavy rain. And a cat. That's right.
That would be the vineyard
with black
cat.
feathers in its mouth.
Yeah.
It too, sharing the fate of Nix. Nothing occurs. Who's next?
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Natty.
Who's after you?
Gee.
Arena.
Arena.
And then who's after Arena? And who's after
Cage.
I've got...
Me again. We've gone through the party then.
That's it. Night's done.
Yeah, we would have broken it up, so we only
Maddie,
had to do one. Wouldn't we?
You wake.
Mm.
You breathe in a gasp of chill air. The rain stopped. The darkness outside is still pervasive. You're not sure if it's dawn. The heavy fog that covers this land confuses you in the mornings. It's only been the sights and sounds of the townships that you've stayed in, or the people that you've camped with, that have assisted you. However, you notice that the two horses seem a little agitated. You look over. You see everyone is asleep. You seem a little concerned because you were not woken up. Irina, she too begins to wake now. And she goes, "Did someone cover my watch?" Hang on.
Oh, shit.
No.
No, no one covered your watch, you dumb bitch. I just look at Irina and I just look at Irina and I shake my head and I go, "Why
No one
weren't you on
woke
watch?
me, she said.
Who was before you?"
Was it not meant to be you? No, she's looking at
No.
someone else. Nix looks guilty as she comes to awake.
I think all those lightning bolts took it out of me and I fell asleep. Sorry, guys. Hopefully we're all okay.
We're all alive.
Is everything all
Give me a
right?
quick perception. All of you, go for it.
Who?
Just one each. I'll
Okay.
group it. Pick your best character that you're controlling.
Hang on.
Oh, rolling really well tonight.
Yeah.
Cage is rolling better.
Nix, you notice that when you fell asleep, you assume you fell asleep. The last thing you remember is the rain and feeling really tired and trying to listen at the door. But you were pretty certain that the door was shut. At the moment, the door isn't. No, it's ajar, half a foot. And the mist is rolling past as you look and peer out. You can see that it is certainly perhaps an hour past dawn, maybe more. It's hard to tell in this land, and particularly in this part of the world. But the door is 6 inches, not 6 foot, 6 inches ajar. And the rest of you are now awake. You can all take a long rest, especially you, Nix. You've got an extra long rest.
Long rest. Yay.
Is
Sorry,
that
guys.
Expiring? Don't worry. But we're all here, right? We do a head count. There's no
Everyone's
missing.
No, but somehow after I fell asleep, the door seems to have come open, I tell the others. So we should look around carefully.
Okay, let's check if our packs are all intact.
Cage
if there's
says,
anything
I'll run
missing.
my eye over it. And has a chuckle to himself.
The one that's still working. Why can't I find long rest?
I can't long rest on Fisk's sheet.
Yeah, I can't long rest on Cages
Okay,
either.
let me fix that. I should be able to do
I'll
that.
just take him.
While you guys tell me what you want to do.
Okay, so we're going to methodically check that we've got everything and nothing's been stolen.
That's going to take
for a start. So Cage is going to start with his one good eye.
Who's I'm just on somewhere else. Who's actually next to Cage?
The horse. Irina.
Irina, the horse. Excellent.
So harsh.
There's a horse next to you. I just didn't think about it.
So harsh.
Are there two horses in here? I've got some strange blackness in them.
Yeah, there's
so
two horses. Yeah, there's two horses. Yeah.
Oh, only two. I thought there were three because of the size of the blackness. I was like, oh, maybe there's a third horse. No?
No, there's only two horses. Okay, Fisk is not Fisk. Cage is done. So he's long rested. Who was the other one? Sorry. Fisk.
Yeah.
I couldn't do Irina, but she's on full hit
she's
points anyway.
she's good to go. Yeah.
Is Cage actually leveled up? Is he where he's supposed to be? I think you leveled him up.
No,
Dunk.
He is where he is meant to be.
Great, thank you.
Okay, Cage is now long rested, leveled up. Oh, not leveled up, sorry, long rested and good to go. Fisk is also done. Yeah. Something looks a little odd. Cage seems to be very wet.
Oh no.
Oh, poor Cage.
KG, did you walk outside in the storm?
He goes, no, why? Why do you ask?
Why are you wet?
And he looks, suddenly he stops and he looks and he touches the clothes around him. And he goes, oh wow, I am damp. I would have thought I would have dried off. Maybe, and he feels the ground, and he sort of picks his hands up and he notices that like it's actually quite dry. It's damp, but it's not wet. And he goes, maybe I have no recollection of leaving. And he quickly starts to fumble through his equipment, picking out first some of the things in his pack. And he goes, no, everything seems to be here. He grabs the shield that is like the magical shield, and he rubs it and feels it and makes sure that it's still the same. He pulls out his other pieces, some rations, and importantly he pulls out his riding kit. And he thinks that's... And he pulls out a scroll.
Cage has a scroll?
A scroll.
Why does Cage have
case.
a scroll?
Sorry, a scroll case.
Oh, scroll case. Okay.
And he sort of peers into it, looks suspiciously, and then screws the lid back on. He says, no, it's fine. But perhaps I should be watched at night, for if I'm sleepwalking or something. I've never done that before, as far as I know. But come, let's help our friends out and free this winery of its blight and get the wine flowing again for these poor people. Imagine living in this terrible land and not having the benefit of a good solid red to get you through. I think all of us who are over 40 understand exactly what that means.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You a red wine drinker, Maddie?
Yeah.
And those of us who are miraculously half our age also. Imagine the horror of not having red wine to survive the horrors of Barovia.
Can't do it.
Right, so over to you guys. Caged, soaking wet, looking confused. Irina looking suspiciously at Cage and moving some of the mud and sort of around with the point of her sword, as the rest of you are now consuming your hard rations for breakfast. Or are you going to light a fire and cook something up? Let me know. What would you like to do?
I think hard ration so that we don't attract attention from the druids. I'm hoping they haven't noticed we're in their stable.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Can I also do a bit of an arcana check on what kind of druids these might be that are making those stick creatures?
Sure. Give me an arcana check. Right. So, certainly the first thing is that they are certainly something that is sort of got some sort of shaman type magic to be able to animate these things. And so many of them as well. They should be perhaps quite powerful, really. Which concerns you, because any sort of druid that creates these things would need like some sort of staff that could control them, and so perhaps that person would need to be close by with a Galthius staff. Galithius, I don't know. How do you pronounce that?
Where are you looking?
Galithius staff. Nikki, I know you said that last time.
How
Do
do
you
you
know how to
spell-
pronounce it properly?
Lithius
Yeah.
stuff. No,
Lithius? How do you pronounce that? What do you reckon, Maria? Come on, we'll go with you.
Okay, hang on. Oh, see, it's after being in the British. I would say now it's
Gulthias.
Gulthias.
Yes, there you go. That's cool.
Gulthias.
Yeah.
It's amazing what language does to you.
Yeah, so basically you suspect that it's using some sort of Gulthias staff. I like that. That sounds so much better. To to like control these blights that have scrounged the vineyard, and so therefore you suspect that it must have been some sort of powerful evil druid who has animated these things or called them together and created them and set them about its bidding.
so it's definitely a druid on the dark side we're dealing with, and not one of my kind.
It's probably a fair assumption.
Mm.
Okay,
I was thinking.
so the stables that you're in, as I said, sort of dank, and the two horses seem agitated, and actually their water is almost done, and they don't seem to have any food left either.
Is there food that we can see in the stable for
Not
the
in the
horses?
stables, no.
I'm guessing it would be outside the stables.
I don't know. The rest
Someone
we
may
could
come
play
and
the
feed
rest of the campaign just inside the stables. That would be cool.
We could.
We
It
could.
feels nice and safe inside the stables.
It does. I'm really liking life in the stables.
So
Do we think
revisiting.
someone will come and
Yeah,
feed them, that we could maybe ambush them when they come?
I reckon an evil druid won't care about the two horses.
Probably not.
Just
How
going.
long have they been?
Cage goes, "What was
So-
that? Did you hear that? Was that like a... sounded like a thump of wood on wood."
Oh, don't say that.
None of the rest of you heard anything, but Cage certainly goes, I definitely heard like
Cage?
someone dropped like a barrel or something. It's like something's still here in the winery.
What, in the stables?
Not in the stables, no.
But also the thump was definitely from outside, he thinks.
He thinks it's definitely outside. He says, "I'm not sure whether it's still coming through the still open door or through the wall."
Okay. I'm going to go peek at the door and see if I can see anything, and then probably quickly close it and lock it.
So it doesn't lock
So-
from the inside,
Oh, that's even more worrying.
because like horses don't generally need to barricade themselves in.
They
Just
do when they're an evil druid.
I was going to say,
so as you
there's
look
always
out,
like
you can see that the mist is thinning a little. The cloud cover is omnipresent, but not looking like it's about to rain or storm.
Yeah.
And you also notice that there's like scratchings in the mud that are sort of going from the vineyard at an angle to the front, what you assume would be the front of the winery.
Okay, so the blight, I tell the others, and we suspect the blights are then going into the house. Okay. I just ask everybody for what the old lady said to us, Bastani. In terms of why we had to come to the Wizard of Wines, it said, "In wood and sand, the treasure hides."
Sand.
Wood and sand.
Well, the tree blights of wood.
Yeah. It's the sand bit that I can't get my head around.
We'll keep an eye out for any sand sources that stand out.
Yeah. Yeah, just coming back to it was one of those things of like, why are we here again? That's
You're
right.
here to save the winery, aren't you? Like, and get wine trade started. Surely that was just some mystic old woman who really had no idea what she was doing. Don't you think?
Yeah, she's been spot on though, so I kind of, I think she might have something there. But let's anyway. I'm really sorry. I'm going to go water the cat. I think she just wants to drink from the tap. I am listening.
I love it.
Well, you're not going to find any sort of Madame Eva mystical things in the draft horses or their stable. Not that you've checked the draft horses, but let's not go there.
Whoopsies.
You crazy ass cat. Come here. I'll give you all biscuits and then.
So it's just you, Nikki. Everyone else is busy doing stuff.
All right.
Sorry, I just plugging my laptop
and I
in.
are going to have a listen at the door to see if we can hear anything, and then.
Well, Maria just opened the door, basically. She pushed it and then shut it.
Yeah.
But she didn't see anything. She just saw what I said before, which is the sort of, it's certainly early morning. It's like perhaps, 7:30 on a, sort of autumn's morning. So, there's certainly light, almost twilight, really.
Scratch marks. Shall we just go find this druid and kick his ass and then see if we can get the gem back or if he even has the gem?
Yeah.
Shall we? A nice early morning fight?
Yeah, sounds like it. Clean this place up.
And we'll just give the horses some food and water before we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
So, what I want you to do is move your character and the other character no more than 6 squares and pause and wait for me to tell you that it's okay to go.
Oh, God. Okay, 1, 2.
Where's the door?
And what I want you to do is count 1 to 6 really slowly every single time.
I'm just looking for the door. Where was the door?
Me.
Where's the door? Is it near Fisk?
I think it's where Ear is.
Ah, okay, right.
Can you not see the door?
Okay.
You should be able to see it. It's like wide open. It's like, yeah.
3,
there you go. Fisk is out.
4, 5, 6.
Okay. As Cage the Mage comes up, parked in what appears to be a loading dock, is a wagon and 3 barrels set in braces on the bed of the wagon. A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls, and through a hole in the ceiling you see the wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. It is as if that the barrels are rolled up and then basically craned onto this cart, and the cart seems to be the mild and antique suspension seems to indicate that these barrels are in fact full.
Okay, that's quite handy. Can I just looking around, can I see food anywhere for the horses and somewhere to get
the rest
water?
Of you guys, can you not cross clear boundaries of light? Like last, I applaud the initiative.
I can't seem to grab hold of Irina.
Oh, okay. Let me just try and fix that. Oh. All players. Okay, you should now be able to control her. Sorry, Nikki. Thank you. So, it looks like the barrels are sort of then crowned down onto this, and empty barrels are rolled off the back of the wagon and sort of.
My camera's on, right?
I missed it. What was it?
Nothing. I might just walk behind me without pants on.
Excellent. That'll keep the YouTube watchers enthralled.
It gets uploaded onto YouTube. He's like, oh
No,
shit.
tag him. He'll have fans. He'll have competition.
Yeah. We'll get him started on an OnlyFans account, start raking in
That's
that
right.
money.
Very funny. Right. All right. Okay, so there you go. That's pretty much it. So there seems to be 3 full barrels on the wagon, and you can see that up above it basically there's a crane that lowers the barrels up and down.
Right. And do we know what's in the barrels? Can we smell anything?
At this moment, the 4 of you are here, being one who's asking the question, I assume, up against the hard edge of imaginary light that you're not allowed to go further north than. At the moment, what I've described is only being observed by Cage and Starfire.
Well, Fisky gets excited when he sees barrels and decides to run down next to them.
Moving stealthily on the up on top of the area that wooden sort of walkway that runs along around it, so that it makes it easier to access the top of the cart. He can see that they're clearly marked as purple grape marsh number 3.
Marsh?
Grape marsh. Purple grape marsh. Mash. Grape mash. Sorry. Grape mash number 3.
Oh, great.
Fisky takes a big whiff like...
It's wine.
It seems good.
Yeah.
He's got the smell. He can scent the wood, the oak, and he goes, he turns and he goes, well, if all else fails, at least we can get these 3 back to the Blue Water Inn, and we'll pay our debts to our hosts.
Yeah, he doesn't say that.
Or we could
like,
sell
yeah,
them to the
at
highest
least we have
bidder.
these
For
3.
surely, as the only winery in the entire land goes dry, the remaining 3 barrels will become, very important.
Priceless. Alrighty. So what's next?
Fisk suddenly stops in his track. He turns back looks to Cage, and he points over to the southwest. He says, "The door's been forced open. It's hanging ajar." So if you can see down here, that door has been forced open and is hanging off only one hinge. Cage says, "I wonder if that's the noise I heard."
Fisky runs over. Stealthily. Sees if he can see anything.
He can see there seems to be some sort of passageway, and there are certainly open doors to the west.
Ooh.
And beyond that, he thinks he can see that perhaps the curvature of the wall, he can see a window a little further down to the south, and it sort of gives him the impression that this is perhaps one of the turrets that he could see, one of the round turrets that winds up on the outside of the building. So he can't see any stairs, but he suspects that they take off from the east and head up. He can certainly sort of looks like he can see that, like a spiral staircase, how it will go. So he can sort of he can't quite make it out. If he goes a little closer, perhaps he can see a little clearer.
Yeah. Okay. Fisky moves stealthily, just inside the door.
Moving past the door, doing a stealth check to see whether he knocks it off and creates a larger noise.
That would be very awkward.
He sees that this is indeed a turret. It has a sloping wooden floor that spirals from the cellar to the upper levels. Scratch marks suggest that barrels are rolled up and down the ramp on a routine basis. So in actual fact, he realizes that it isn't stairs. It's a ramp.
Okay. Fisky goes back outside the door
As he
and
turns,
hollers at
he
the
notices
crew.
there's fresh mud at the bottom of the ramp, just here.
Oh, scary. Okay, Fisky runs back to the crew and relays the information.
Alright. The rest of you, not having moved, do what?
I still can't move Irina.
You still can't move Irina? Can anyone else have a go at moving Irina?
Okay, let me try. No, can't grab her token.
Oh, that's weird.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Well, I can disguise myself, that being Ia, as a vine blight. Does anybody else have disguise self?
Let me check if Cage has it. I don't know. I don't think so. I know Starfire definitely doesn't.
Can you just try moving
I don't.
Irina now? Someone? Anyone?
Hang on a second.
Yeah, I still can't move her.
No.
Okay, that's great. Alright,
She's being
just tell me
very
where you wanted to stack. I'll stack her along.
stubborn. Okay.
In fact, she goes up.
Let him move with me unless I say otherwise.
Okay. So Fisk come back and reports. Most enthusiastically, he tells you that he's got 3 barrels of grape mash. Number 3. This is great news. We are saved. For if we have to spend the rest of our eternity here, this would last at least maybe 2 weeks.
That's very
Which is a long time in Barovia.
Or what do you guys want to do? Because Fisky also told us that there's fresh mud on the thing, so we know that someone's been there recently.
So when Fisk looked at the mud, sorry, was it going into the hallway then?
A little bit in the hallway, but it seemed to be going up the stairs.
Not back
The ramp.
Yeah, up the ramp, sorry. Yeah,
But the thing is, the ramp, but the house is behind us, right? So this is in no way connected to the house.
I beg your pardon?
Sorry, where we are in the stables, so if the door Fisk went through and said there are stairs and there's mud down here, isn't the house behind us, or to the north of us?
No.
Oh, okay, so this is the house. I thought the house was there.
No,
Don't worry, I've obviously
So
got.
on this map, there's several levels split across the map. So when you would have popped above, beyond the level, you would have seen the house to the north, but it's actually just another level of the same. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, so my orientation's wrong. So sorry, this hallway is definitely going into the house, not into the brew room.
Into the brew room.
Like the winery itself.
Well, you haven't seen whether it opens into a domestic part of the dwelling or a commercial part of the dwelling. Is that what you're asking?
Okay.
Sorry, just start again. Sorry, start again, Maria. Just because I'm.
No, that's okay. It's just that from the orientation last week, I thought the house was to the north of us, like up here. But it seems like this could be part of the house as well. I was just trying to remember where the stable was in relation to the house.
So the stable was on the end. And to just answer your question, perhaps. So you guys were over here, and then you've sort of done your battles, and you've come towards the house, and the house is like along here. The winery's along here, right? And so perhaps one of the images I showed you was from down here looking that way, but in actual fact you came from up here down that way and across to the west. And so the stables is the first.
So I'm getting
so it's from the image. My bad. But does that make sense?
No, it's me. No, it's just the orientation. I was just trying to figure out if we were breaking into the winery or into the house.
There's only one building.
Okay, that's fine. Right. For some reason In my head, I thought there was
No.
2. Just false memory. Sorry. Okay, that's fine.
So the door,
Okay, so we
that is
followed
ajar
mud.
here, and then there's some open doors here to the left where you just clicked, and then there's a spiral, not staircase, but ramp that runs up to the top from this turret type thing down here. And yeah, over to you.
Do we want to get the lay of the land first and see what we can see if we're going up the turret, just to see how many of those things are outside or might be inside?
That could be a great idea.
Yeah.
And just get an aerial view first. I mean, we can either wait down here and Fisk goes up. It might be quicker and easier than a whole party going up. I don't know.
If
Yeah.
I went up, yeah.
We could do that.
So maybe send 2 people up.
Yeah. So that if there is one up there, Fisk doesn't die. Because as much as that would be funny, Dad would probably be very upset.
I reckon splitting
Probably.
the party's the way to go. I love it. That's best solution ever, really, pretty much. Always split the party.
Oh.
Well, you said it's a turret, right? And the house only looked to be 2 stories high, right?
I'm really sorry. I have to go to the toilet. I'll be back.
That's
in a
Turn
minute.
your mute. Make sure you
So don't-
mute.
What if can you
Yep.
hear me?
Yep.
Oh, good. I worked out what I was doing wrong with these. What if I go up the turret with Fisk, and if you guys wait down here just to see if you hear any noises and need to come up after us before you do wander off anywhere else? Get a feel for that?
Yeah. And we can
Because I'm
station
also thinking I might have a good view up from up there if anything's coming at the house, that I might be able to hurl some lightning at it from up there and clean up the fields.
It's a good idea. So if we get Fisk and Wolfrel to go up, and then Irina, even though I can't grab her, but if she comes and stands with Starfire, we can at least stand near this door, keep it partially closed, and keep a watch for anything coming through.
Yep. What's Cage doing? He's going to stand over in this corner. He's looking out through that window.
So,
and Fisk and Wolfrel doing that, and Ia is standing next to Cage, suspiciously eyeing him in his wet gown.
And is Irina in there too?
Yeah,
Irina's staying with them. Yeah. Cool.
Stand by Starfire because it's safer. And then if we move Ia, Ia can be by Cage. Yep. Perfect.
Okay. Who's going up the stairs?
Fisk and Wolfrel. Who goes first?
I'll go first.
So, walking up the sloping wooden floor, you can see the scratches and the sort of bits of dent in the stone and the grooves in the floor as you go up. It's quite steep, but as you get to the top, you suddenly see a corridor opening up that parallels the one from below.
With someone at the end of it? I think I'm going to give myself a bark skin.
Mm-hmm.
Just clicking that one off before I proceed any further, and continue in a bit further. Can I move forward on the map?
Yep.
Just going to go slowly and quietly as I can.
Okay, as it opens out, you can now stop, and let me just explain to you what you see. This room has a wooden floor with a 10-foot square hole cut in the middle of it. Looming over the hole is a wooden winch. Now, perched atop it, is a man with wild hair, rotted teeth, a skin painted red with blood. He waves a gnarled staff made from a black branch and babbles at you. And with that, I need you to roll for initiative.
Did you say an old man holding a gnarled branch?
I think we've found the shaman.
Okay.
I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
When you say everyone, you mean those of us below as well? I can't actually see anyone. Oh, wait a minute. I've got it now. Found it. Sorry, scrolled too low.
I'm trying to remember how to do that.
Click on character. And unfortunately, initiative isn't coming up on my Roll20 like it used to.
Oh shit, rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Where's Cage? Cage the Mage.
Okay.
Did any of those get? Did anyone get a initiative from Fisk?
Fisk has rolled initiative.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yep, I can see
absolutely.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, let me just bring up the initiative table. This is there. Just make it descending. Everyone's right.
Oh, mine did work.
Somehow I've got you in twice. Is that... So I even have Arena in. Did you roll for Arena?
No, I haven't yet. Sorry.
Okay, maybe this is an old...
I think I accidentally rolled for my... I think my first one, I didn't realize it was rolling,
Yeah, no, that's okay.
was 9.
So I've got Wolfwolf for 3. I've got Starfire the Protector in twice, but I'll fix that. So I've got you in for 9.
Oh, really?
Got the Druid.
And I 9?
Oh, I've got...
Yeah,
oh, no,
how is-
Wolfwolf for 9. Yep, I've got you there. So I think this
Yep.
might have some old... So Fisk at 21, Irina at 19, Ea at 17.
What?
I think you've lost me from the turn order.
I just rolled I rolled 23.
Right, okay. Let me just manually do this. Okay, what was your roll, Maria, for Starfire?
So Starfire had the glorious roll of 6.
That's the outcome. 6 is the total.
Yep.
Okay, Wolfroll. 9.
9.
9.
I must have had an old one in here. Sorry, guys. Ea 23. Oh, nice. Ea. That's a nat 20.
Fisk is 19.
And Fisk is 19. Right. Okay.
Cage the Mage is 13. And
Yeah.
Irina is 7.
Irina's 7. Okay. Thank you. All right. Ea.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you hold your action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I will come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Fisk is up there. What's Fisk going to do?
So is that a druid?
Fisk just hears something and sees Wolfroll suddenly stumbling as if she's about to reach for something.
Alright, Fisk just runs up to stand.
5, 10,
With-
15, 20. So that's 20. He's got another 10 feet he can do to take an action. He could move another action, and he could fire his crossbow or do something if you wished.
Has anyone... Wolf, or have you spoken to... What is it? What does Fisk see now that he's moved up there?
wild and crazy looking old man wielding a staff with rotting
And he
teeth.
babbled something in Druidic, which surprisingly,
Which
Bastard.
young Nixter could perhaps understand.
Could understand.
Couldn't.
Mhm. Could.
Oh, could.
And if
Oh,
you
could.
check on
What did he
Facebook
say?
Messenger. So you're not going to have that conversation. What's Fist doing? Go. You got 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Fisk doesn't do anything. Fisk
Holds
waits
his action.
to see if
right.
he.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good plan. Cage is holding an action. Wolfrul, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm going to use my ice knife and throw it at him.
Oh, beautiful. Let's see some action.
I thought Peaceful Wolfer was going to try and negotiate with him.
I am negotiating with him.
What did he say, though? That's what I want to
You
know.
can't because you're downstairs. Ha.
I know.
Ha. Right.
'Cause we split
First
the
level
party.
conjuration. So don't forget, take a spell slot. You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack. On the hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The targeting creature in 5 feet must succeed on dexterity save. Okay. So do a. So for you, Nikki, do you know how to do a ranged attack, ranged spell attack?
I think so.
Cool. Oh, look at that. 21! Oh my god! Are you joking? Target must make a dexterity saving throw. Let's get that going, otherwise it takes a truckload of damage. Oh, and he fails! So he takes 15 hit points damage. Boom. Nikki, that is pretty, you're like smacking it there.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I did cast it at a high level
Did you
slot.
cast at the higher level slot? Well, you did too. 4th level. 15.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, hang on.
I figure I might only get one go at this
Yeah,
dude.
well, that's bang. He's like blasted back and screams and curses you in Druidic. Fuck you, you terrible, good druid person, you and your twigs and sticks and shit. And with that, Irina is downstairs and hears the screaming and draws a sword. The rest of you now, anyone want to take an action as you're drawn above you? You suddenly hear swearing and an explosion as bits of ice now come falling down through the hole and start to fall on top of the wine barrels below. So those of you that are below,
Yep.
this shattering like shards of ice now falling all around you, and you hear swearing. And as you quickly look up, you can see that there's this man clinging, this sort of man-beast wild type thing with bits and pieces of twigs and hanging on to the end of this the crane that you saw before without a human hanging off it.
Yeah, I guess I will start to move up the ramp.
Sorry, I was looking for the ramp.
Okay,
Where is the ramp?
Turn. Okay, yep. Alright. Irina is drawn. Starfire, your go.
So we can see the old
You
man
sure
from
can.
where we are.
He's just been zapped. He's like, there's
Okay.
blood mixing amongst the ice as the shards have stuck into his arms and his torso. One piece is hanging off his cheek.
So he's hanging, what, probably 10 feet above us, 15
Yep.
feet?
20 feet.
Okay. 20 feet above us. Okay. Except we can't see it here. So are we in turn order now?
Yep.
So it's Cage's turn? Okay, fine. Cage is going to look up then, and he is going to cast Agonas's Scorcher.
Oh.
I can't seem to fill in the spell
that's
slot.
really great, but it's not Cage's go.
Oh, I thought it was. In terms of turn order, all I could see was
so it's
what I thought was the
your go at the
and then
moment,
Cage.
and then it's the druid dude, and then it's Cage. So save
okay.
that's Cage move. I'll
see.
take that as it.
Yeah.
What's Starfire going to do?
Okay, yep. So Starfire is going to actually look up at him, and she is going to see if she can. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what this looks like. Hang on. So this guy's how many feet away? 20 foot?
Clinging on. Just been smashed by ice and icicles. Clinging on. But he's like swearing in druidic.
Okay. Let me. Sorry, I was just thinking some of my stuff is just out of range, but Radiant Sunbolt isn't. I'll give him a Sunbolt up the butt.
He's just been struck by ice. Now he's got sunbolts.
See if that warms him up a bit.
It does indeed.
Did we hear what he yelled out to Wolfrill in Druidic?
Wolfrill did. But you're in the middle of doing shit. So, with that, the sunbolt blasts up, and some of the shards of ice, the one that was in his face, suddenly explodes out in a blast of radiant energy, blood, and ice, and falls down, clattering against the wooden walkway below. With that, the druid, though, starts gutturally speaking, and casts Thunderwave below.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, that's a bit mean.
It is mean.
Okay, so need you to do DC 12s for Thunderwave. So you need, so
Everybody?
it is a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 2d8 thunder and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful, the creature takes half as much damage. So it is 8 if you fail against a DC of 12, and it is 4 and you're pushed away, knocked over 10 feet, and it is 4. So Cage the Mage is knocked over, so his spell is not going to happen.
Okay.
So can you knock him back 10 feet to the north, please? Maria, you take 4 hit points. Cage takes 8. Who's next? Below. Okay. You got Ear, Wolfrill, and Fisk are okay. He cast the spell below him.
Okay. So Irina's
But Maddie, what I need you to do
it as well.
So I need you to roll a 20-sided dice, please. You're doing a saving throw. I need you to roll it 3 times, thanks. Because importantly, you're doing the most important saving throw of the entire game. Do you know what you're saving for? 3 times Thunderwave saving throw. What do you think it could be? The most important part of the game.
Wine.
Correct. You're saving for the barrels of
wine. Bastard.
That's hitting low.
One of the barrels explodes. Red Great Mash, purple Great Mash number 10 floods down below. No pressure, Maddie.
Oh, God.
The other one shudders, but it holds true.
Ah!
The third barrel explodes, and it too now becomes this decrepit, horrid sight that brings tears to almost every human's eyes. Elf.
Duncan, sorry, I can't alter Cage's sheet for hit points.
I was just quickly
If you
wiping out 2.
Yeah. So sorry, was that only one barrel
Yes, correct.
survived? Oh, that's so sad.
It's a story for that. And with that, it's the end of the Druid's go, and Cage has been knocked on his ass, so he can't do that spell. What does he want to do? He can use his turn to get back up on his feet, or he can, well, try something else. Let's see how it goes.
I think it'd be a roll at disadvantage, right? I think he will probably just try and get on his feet for now.
Okay, at the end of his turn, he'll be back on his feet. That's fine. Ia, it is your go.
Okay. So he's hanging from
that.
The
he's just cast Thunder
thingy,
Wave
isn't he?
below, and he's now beginning to grab his quarterstaff, and he's swapping it over to his free hand, basically, because previously it was tucked in and sort of tied to him. He's now got this sort of weird staff-looking thing that he's pulling out.
Can I move forward and move forward, attack, move back?
I beg your pardon?
Can I move forward, attack, move
Yeah,
back?
yes, yep. As long as you don't go over 30 feet, and as long as you're not engaged. So, yep, sure.
Okay. So I move forward. Then I have. Wait, that's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. I attack with my long sword.
Okay, so now if you move back, you'll get you'll get an opportunity attack on you. So that's fine. Long sword.
Yeah.
As you take a strike with the longsword. He swings himself really acrobatically onto the other side, and the sword strikes into the wood. Now, you're moving back. He then swings his staff, his quarterstaff, one-handed at you. And misses terribly. And mutters under his breath. With that, Fisk of the first cabin.
Fisk of the first cabin. Alrighty, Fisky, what can you do? Actions. Short bow. Can I do the short bow at this
of course.
range?
10 feet away, you can stick an arrow in him.
Alrighty.
Boom, the arrow goes long. Lodges itself into a rafter on the roof. With that, Fisk curses and turns and is now Cage the Mage. Hang on, how Cage is up there? Cage was 13, was he? Okay, alright, I fucked that up. That could have been tragic. Okay, Cage the Mage is on now. Yep. Let's recover.
Awesome. He can still see him, right? The druid hasn't moved out of range. He's still 20 foot.
Where he is, because he just stood up and he should be 10 feet further down. So let me just make sure. Yeah. No, that's where he was, wasn't it? He's been thrown 10 feet down there.
No, he was down here.
Where was he originally?
So he was here. He was down here. Doesn't matter. It's okay. Yeah, he can move forward then, right? So he can see him from this position. 1, 2, 3. I'm just struggling to see where this guy is. Is it from this position he can see him?
Opening there. Have you moved? Oh no. Yeah. So from there he can see him. Yes.
So from this point, from where he's next to Irina, he can see him.
Above the now smashed, thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. I should have like AC/DC in the background.
Okay. Right. He will then. Let's see, which spell is this?
I know. What's a really good idea is while you're waiting for the other person to finish their turn, do a whole heap of other different shit, so that when it becomes your turn, we can like spend a long time working out what you're going to do too. That'd be great.
Sorry. I did have that whole thing in my head. Okay, so he's just going to try and cast a fireball at him.
A fireball? Beautiful.
Yeah, why not? Channeling Cage, right? He likes to blow shit up.
Oh my god, you guys are so.
I guess that would be probably what he would do.
That would be what Cage would do. Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to channel, Tim right now. It's really
All
hard.
right. Can you just bring up the information for fireball? Thanks.
Hang on a second.
Fuck, this better not blow us all up.
I'm a bit worried now.
Right, so I'll do the dexterity saving throw for the druid, while the rest of you find out where your dexterity is and begin your dexterity saving throws. So,
come on.
What do you mean? Come on! What part of the world's most dangerous area weapon is fireball?
He's going up. I'm sure
and
they're
who
out
else
of range.
is up?
They're standing back.
Oh my god. Google, bring up fireball. Click on the information, bring it up there so everyone can read it, please. Oh
Hang
my
on.
god.
How
The
is it
old mate
into stuff of hope?
Old mate is dead. He explodes in a ball of fire. That was just unbelievably so fantastically crazy. That is just interesting. Okay.
What saving throws are we doing?
Dexterity. So.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to copy and paste this in.
Fine.
I thought it would just drop in.
Did I lose?
Sorry,
you
team.
just took. Right. A bright streak flashes from your finger to a point where you chose, which is him. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. So let's just get this right so that everyone is okay that whether they're within 20 feet. So this is where it was did. So Fisk, you're within 20 feet. Ia, you're 10 feet. Wolfrall, you're 10 feet. You guys down below, you're outside of 20 feet because he was 20 feet up. So I need Fisk, Wolfrall, and Ia to do dexterity saving throws. Now, just going back up the top there, Ia, you now take 33 hit points damage, please. Fisk takes 33 hit points damage. Yeah.
I don't have 33 hit points.
Wolfrall.
Uh-oh. How can you not have 33 hit points?
That was your plan? That was your plan, Maria? That they have more than 33 hit points?
Well, the rest
Wolfrall,
of us
you take
like
33 hit points damage, fire damage as well. Now, so it's fire damage, it's 33 hit points.
I can't adjust Dad's hit points.
Okay, so let me just quickly get onto that. So he took hit damage before, didn't he?
No.
No.
Oh, was it Cage who took damage?
No.
Yeah.
It was Cage who took damage.
Okay, so let me just do Fisk first. So he takes 33 hit points damage.
But he should have been at 49 hit
Yeah,
points
he was.
to start
He was.
with.
Yeah, absolutely, he is. So he's at 16. Okay, and now Cage the mage.
Yeah.
Was it 8 Cage took, wasn't it? 8 damage.
Yeah, it was 8.
So he's at 36, okay. Alright, so Cage the Mage just casts Fireball. It explodes. So, Ia, you're unconscious, is that correct?
Yeah.
Fisk is conscious, but limited. Wolfrall, where are you at?
I'm 18, so I'm conscious.
Yay!
Ia basically is thrown against the wall and falls, thud, scorched, burnt, before your feet. The druid drops down below and falls. The druid beg your pardon?
Isn't Ea a tiefling? Doesn't she have some sort of fire resistance?
Yeah, she does, but she's got another character. Let's just check
Oh,
that
yeah,
out.
I do.
That's why I was saying fire damage. Fire damage.
No, you weren't.
I did say fire damage.
So really, Ea didn't take that many hit points damage, right? Even though it was a dex saving?
Let's just have a quick look here. You have resistance to fire damage, so it's halved.
Thank Jesus. So
She coughs. A bit of smoke comes out of her, and she goes, "That felt good."
That was tasty.
oh,
Can I,
Lord.
Good save there, Maria.
Thank you, Maria.
Can I cast absorb elements and see if I can absorb any of that fire damage?
Absorb elements. Now, I'm not familiar with that. Tell me what it does. Is it in your spell list?
Yeah, it is, in fact. This
It's a
spell
reaction.
captures some of the incoming
Yes, the spell
energy,
captures some of the incoming energy,
lessening
lessening
its
effect.
effect on you.
You have damage. It's halved.
Halved?
Yep, the damage you took is halved.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I have 12 hit points.
Well,
But I have
take
to
the spell slot off.
skedaddle,
You've got to go
unfortunately.
marching in the forest. Links,
I've got to
rechts,
go in the
links,
forest.
rechts, links, rechts, links, rechts, links, rechts. Jawohl! Das ist richtig. Mein Überführer. Huh?
If nobody hears from me, I've died.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll hear from you.
Yes, I hope so too.
That's right. All right. Thanks for joining me, Maddie. We'll keep pushing forward with this piece of it, and 2 weeks time, yeah. Yeah.
Sounds
Get
good.
those Germans on the show.
Alrighty. Will do.
See ya. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Bye.
Bye.
Is she off walking in the forest, I take it?
Yeah, randomly at night by itself. Okay, so Nikki's now become incredibly large on my screen, but that's okay. She's shielding the crow. The crow is behind her. Woohoo! There it is. Look at that. I recognise that. You posted it on Facebook. I saw that.
Good picture for Strahd.
It is for Strahd.
I'm looking for one with a red eye. I've got a really good co-eel here at the moment with a red eye.
Oh, nice.
So,
but I might have to give him a different background.
So, at this particular point, you're all covered in there. The crane itself is also ruined. It's now fallen and is actually catching on fire.
Okay, might be time to beat a hasty retreat downstairs. Is the tower itself burning?
No, it's smoldered. Yeah, it's just the
Just
end of the crane. But obviously, clearly, there's a lot of shit made out of wood. So it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Yeah. I might act before going downstairs. At least try to look out the windows, which was the original goal. Did the staff fall with the burning druid?
Fallen below.
Oh, that's an important thing to note.
Yes. Because it was quite interesting what he yelled out. And I'll tell you as soon as I come downstairs.
Okay. So Cage, meanwhile, goes, wasn't that awesome?
Check that shit out. That's right.
Wasn't that a great shot?
Cage.
Who's
Just
up for
remember
round
that the
3?
next time I thunder wave you.
Hey, what's a few bits of singed hair between friends?
I wonder if I can put this fire out up here.
Yeah. I'm sure the family will be really happy with the fact we took out the druid.
Hopefully.
But we should put out the fire. We should put out the fire in their house, though. That would be the nice thing.
Probably a good idea.
Could you do a nature check?
Maybe I'll yell
too,
down that.
please, Nikki. Thanks.
Duncan, is it okay if I run up the turret to go help?
Fine. Yeah, I'm basically happy to be out of turn order now, so that's okay.
Okay, I just don't know where you guys are. I came up what I thought was the turret. Oh, there you go. No. What happens? Where's the turret from here? Where are they? How do you get over there? Do I have to like go all the way up here? Okay.
Oh, okay. Yep,
okay, I'll come up.
Thanks. So Cage and Irina are down below.
Cage is going to come help put out the fire as well, given he started it.
He comes up and he goes, "Oh my God!"
He's
and Irina is there like just whimpering over the wine. She in fact goes over and starts searching the dead druid's body.
Okay, so the fire is mostly what, here? Okay. Cage is like looking through his spells going, tidal wave? No, that would be overdoing it.
What could possibly go wrong with that? I cast tidal wave.
He's got a lot of fireballs. He loves his fire stuff, doesn't he? Starfire is going to see what she can do. Is there any burlap saps or anything around, Duncan, to grab, like anything like that to try and beat against the fire?
Yeah,
you know, that kind of stuff.
When I build a winery and have like a crane mechanism, burlap like bushes, like what I'm looking for. No.
You never know what's... Okay.
Cloaks. I have traveler's clothes. Surely I'd be wearing a cloak.
Sorry, I'm just going to have a look at Starfire's breath weapon.
I think I've got a blanket. I used to have a blanket.
Yeah, we had blankets for the stable, so I assume they're in the packs we're carrying.
Yeah, so you'd have blankets, absolutely. And Cage has wet clothes, so
we beat it out.
He could like nude up and use his wet clothes.
Yeah, I think that's what Cage is going to do, is take off his shirt and use that to beat the fire. So
climbing out above, he begins to beat the fire. Can you do a dexterity, acrobatics, or athletics saving throw? Your choice. Please, Maria, for Cage.
Okay, I will do acrobatics. You don't think he's very good at putting out fires?
And he returns safely. Irina joins you, and she's carrying what appears to be, to you, Wolfroy, a Gulf. What was it? Gulthias. Is that how you pronounce it, Maria?
Yes.
Yeah, Gulthias stuff.
Yeah.
And does she seem to be herself?
She does seem to be herself. I mean, what were you expecting?
Oh, that's good. I just wasn't really expecting her to not be, but I was just checking in case it had any other effects that I haven't remembered just yet.
Oh, good save, Irina. Well done for picking up the staff.
Yes. And that staff is controlling the creatures, I think, that we've been seeing. And if we were to want to use it to destroy them, that's an option for us if they're still around.
Okay. So how certain are we that he's the only weird druid? We might have to still go and check out the house, right? I just his character dunk because she'll need to cast some healing,
absolutely.
right?
Just make sure you knock off spell slots.
If I can.
Irina hands the staff over to you. And she sort of says, I think this
Irina.
is best, this druidic stuff is best with you who know nature. I trust that you will use it for good.
Thank you. Of course. What do I...
Spend... You know that if you spend sort of an hour in meditation with this, the staff will become... you'll become the staff's master.
Right. Okay.
That might be good.
I might say that to the others, and that maybe I should spend some time with this, because if there are still creatures wandering around controlled by the staff, then I'll be able to control them, I think.
I think that's a good idea. So Ia casts healing word on herself. Dunk, I can't alter her character sheet.
How much?
Though.
What did she get? 4 hit points.
Yeah. Hey, can you check out her sheet for level 8? Is that right for a bard? Only 28 hit points.
Let me just check. She might not have.
That doesn't look right.
No. Oh no! Total possible hit points is actually 28.
Are you serious for a bard at that
level? 4. She hasn't been leveled up. She hasn't leveled herself up. It's level 4. Oh my god.
You reminded her last time and she said she did.
Right. Maddie.
I was like, when she was saying she'd lost so many hit points, I was like, how is this possible? What is going on?
Crazy. She's got like a whole heap of shit coming. Okay, no wonder you guys are getting smashed.
Yeah. It's like, that's really strange. So, I mean, I don't know. Are you able to do it quickly? No? I'm just thinking we could make so much more of healing spells.
No, she's not going to level up. That's the way it is.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm going to cast Healing Word on. Who else took damage? Fisk?
Yep, Fisk took damage. 8 hit points for him.
Who can alter Fisk?
I'll be able to alter Fisk. I'll do that.
Can you add some hit points to him, please? And would you mind upping Maddie's 4 points as well?
Okay, just wait.
Yeah, no worries.
So hang on.
Phil, what was
Ia goes up 4
you...
points. And Fisk goes up 8.
Fisk goes up 8. Yeah. And Wolfwill, how are you feeling? Do you need Healing Word?
I'm having a moment with this staff.
Okay. I'll let you have an hour with the staff while I heal the others. Sorry, who else took damage? Irina was okay,
Irina's
right?
fine, yeah. She was down below. With Cage.
Okay. Well, I assume if Ia levels up, her hit points won't be a bloody problem. So But, however, I have used spell slots that I can't note. So I've used a first level and a second level healing spell. So let me write that in the notes. Yeah, heals. And second level spell. Okay, so we're all up the top now, Dunk.
Mm-hmm. All up the top now, Maria.
All up the top. Starfire is just going to look using her most perceptive glance at Cage to see how he's faring up given his unusual behaviour this morning when he was damp and sleepwalking. And so is just trying to keep an eye on him, see how he's going. Notice anything out of the usual?
Okay, your answer's on Facebook.
Damn it.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Oh.
Do you want to go down the ramp again? You've got 2 doors to the west, one next to Wolfrall, one next to Fisk.
Sorry, what was that?
So you've got a number of windows, and now after the hour or so has gone, and you are now attuned to that staff, Nikki.
Okay.
So you can add the
Is that feeling good?
Gulfire staff. You can find on your equipment list. You can like search for it and add it, and have it as attuned. So you've noticed that the sun has risen. It's probably about 9 a.m. now. 9 bells past midnight. The mist is still heavy. The cloud cover is continuous. But essentially in the last hour there's been no noises from beyond the area where you are. Occasionally there's been a creak of wood from the crane as it cools. Obviously the fireball ignited it, set fire to it, and so there's been a few creaks, but nothing of suspicion or concern. The wine below is slowly seeping away into the ground. The one remaining cask is sitting there, with the body of the druid slumped over it.
Okay. So looking out the windows, these are windows, right? Do I see anything as I move between the 2 windows outside?
You see the mists, you see mountains, you see the forests, you see the vineyards. You see a heavy mist rolling in from the east, but nothing else strikes you as unusual. Other than the very unusual itself.
Yeah, mist rolling in is always a great sign. Okay, I'll tell the others from my vantage point. I see no blights, nothing, but there is a mist rolling in. Cage is then going to... Actually, what is that? Is this window overlooking this block? So looking this direction, right?
To the east?
Cage... Yep, to the east. So Cage is going to perceptively look and check as well and see if there's any blights or anything to the east.
Pretty much what I told you, except a little bit more into the sun.
Okay. I call out to the others. Where are we going?
I think this stuff is really bad news.
Oh, that's not good.
You're not metagaming, Nikki, are you? You're not Googling the Gulthias stuff, are you?
It's in my equipment list.
Excellent. Well, in that case, then, fair call.
You just told me to add it. Sorry, I didn't mean to metagame.
That's all right.
This door that Fisk is standing in front of.
Yes.
Can he open that door? Who's running Fisk?
He certainly can.
I am. No, I'm not.
Maddie was.
Starfire, can I just get a quick perception check from you, please, Maria? Another one, thanks.
Yep. Yep, no problem. I'm feeling very perceptive today, obviously.
And
I'm waiting for my Facebook to pop up.
I'm wondering what's going on. Like, they've been talking about druids plural being here.
Yeah, I think there's more than one. I'm just going to mention to the group, there's something weird with this wall here to the west as I walk over. I'm not sure, but maybe who's good at this kind of stuff?
just there.
Just there. Okay. There's something weird with this wall, and I'll start to tap it, Dunk.
You certainly, as you tap, you realise that actually you can make out now the hidden door frame built into the wall, and you realise that if you pull upon it, it could perhaps open, or perhaps it's pushed. You're not sure.
Probably get the rogue to have a look. Our illustrious Fisk of the First Cabin. I will call Fisk of the First Cabin over and say, can you come and have a look at this hidden door before you have a look at that other door? See if we can figure out how it works and how to open it stealthily.
Okay, can you move Fisk?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can actually. I'll stand back and let Fisk in to do his fisky things.
Give me a investigation.
Oh, I don't have a sheet open. Sorry. Nikki, have you got Fisk's sheet open by any chance?
No, but I can open it. I'll open it if you like.
Yeah, it's a 14.
Okay.
He realises, he whispers back. It pulls open. There's no lock. It seems to be just pretty much a straightforward sort of hidden door. And with that, he says, shall I open?
No traps. Yeah, go on.
As he opens it, he looks upon a four-poster bed. Its headboard, carved in the likeness of a giant raven. A soft black rug covers the floor between the bed and the door. Well, the door on the other side, I should say. In the corners of the south wall stand two slender wardrobes with a tapestry of a church hanging on the wall between them. Beneath the tapestry sits a handsomely carved rocking cradle. To the north, under a table, is a plain desk and chair. Other furnishings include a wooden chest and a freestanding mirror in a wooden frame.
Oh, we're going to definitely look at that chest. Send Fisk in. See if it's locked, trapped, all of the above.
What are you looking at? The desk. Yeah.
Yep.
Chest. Sorry. Okay.
The chest, and then I'll walk over and have a look at the desk. So
am I doing the investigation for him, or?
If you wouldn't, actually no, he'd be checking. Does he? Yeah, because he'd have to check for locks first, right? So investigation, then sleight of hand.
Yeah, so that's
Is it?
Starfire's investigation. Is that what you're doing, or you want to do Fisk's?
Yeah. So that was, no, so that was Starfire because she's going to look at the desk first, while Fisk looks at the chest.
Okay. So, Fisk, looking over the chest, realizes that it's locked and it needs a key basically to unlock it, or it could be smashed open.
Okay.
Looking at the desk, it seems to hold sort of records of wine shipments for, perhaps years and years, perhaps even a century.
Okay.
There's like record upon record of wine
I-
delivery on the desk.
Okay, can I have a look at it? Are they all to Barovia?
Okay, give me
And
an
Valakai?
investigation.
Okay.
As you spend 10 minutes flicking through, you see that there are a number of entries. There's BV, BW, K,
Yep. Yep.
Vistani,
Okay.
and S.
Yep.
So
Ooh.
BV, BW, K, Vistani, and S.
And S.
Now, as
Okay.
you look further, it seems that the S, whilst smaller perhaps than the others, are always of the highest quality of the Champ de Plume, whatever it is, in the majority. So the S seems to be the most smallest volume, but the most expensive or the most highest quality. The K.
So, is it Dragon Crush?
So there are 3 wines.
Yeah.
Give me 2 secs. Yes.
I thought Dragon Crush was the most expensive. That was the only one that Strahd drinks.
No.
I
Where'd you
think.
get that? There's red
Oh,
Red
I
Dragon
probably
Crush.
made it
So
up.
there's Purple Grape Bash, which is the most common. There's Red Dragon Crush, right, which is the most exquisite of the wines. But you've heard about the Champagne d'Estampes, which is the most highest quality, which you might recall that Davian's wife mentioned to you that hasn't been available for some time. But the Champ d'Estampes has been delivered to the entry S quite significantly over the years.
Right.
And it's only in the last 6 months that it has ceased to be delivered or ceased to even appear on the ledger on any delivery. So Purple Grape Mash, Red Dragon Crush, and Champ d'Estampes.
Got it in the notes now. Champagne
It's the
d'Estampes.
highest of the quality of the highest. The Red Dragon Crush is like a good Shiraz, and the Purple Grape Mash is like Fruity Lexia from Rebecca's 21st.
Okay. So we will. I think we just leave this room because I feel bad because of the nice family that own it. I don't feel we should be looting and robbing it, but it's good to see what they're up to. I'm going to move back out of the room and then
Fist
I'll go
sort
down
of
and
goes
tell
like,
Wolfril.
you don't want me
and,
to, like, I could pick this in like 3 minutes. You want me to pick the lock?
Like I'll call over my shoulder. I'm like, yeah, pick it, but don't steal anything. Just tell us what's in it. I'm sure he will still steal stuff though.
After a while, he opens it, and inside the chest, he sees that there's gold and electrum pieces. The electrum stamped with the visage of Strahd von Zavich. There's silver, hundreds and hundreds of electrum and hundreds of silver. He goes, oh.
Yeah.
He suddenly plays with the lid
Thanks for answering.
and he says, I think there's a secret compartment here. Will I open it?
Yeah, go on.
He opens it. And there's a
Wander
gold
back.
locket.
Yep.
He holds it up. He says, should we open it?
Yeah, go on.
Opening it, there's a portrait of a beautiful woman. One he doesn't recognize, but stunning in her beauty. And then he reaches further into the compartment and pulls out a pouch. Opening the pouch, he sees that it contains 5 quite valuable gemstones.
Do they look like the kind of gemstones or stones that these guys need
No.
for the wine that may have been stolen, or just valuable gemstones? Okay. I feel bad robbing from these people, given that they're the relatives, so I don't think we should take any of this, but we should, given that they said they were giving wine away for free, which is weird if they've got all this money.
So there's a door
I don't know.
to the west, as you can see.
This one?
And there's the secret door to the east that you've come from.
Okay. Anyway, I came back. I told Wolfroll, I'll just say, hang there, Fisk. Let's get a plan. I'll tell the guys we've just found all of this. We're not going to steal from these people, since we're supposed to be helping just deliver wine and not steal things from them. Shall we check out this door that's in the hidden room and see where it goes?
Yeah, let's. But while you were picking things, I was wanting to have a look out the windows of this tower and just see if I could see anything moving in the fields.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Probably a good idea because Cage looked at that.
Perched on the roof, right in front of you, you don't get much past it, are 4 ravens looking in at the window.
Ooh.
Does one of them look singed?
Give me an investigation.
Is it time to apologise for blowing up their part of their winery?
No,
operations?
it doesn't look singed.
I think I've got a...
They're sitting there, just 4, standing in a row, spread across 2 on either side of the apex of the roof, looking in at the window, staring, perhaps you feel, or perhaps you're imagining it, into your very soul.
I'm just having a look at whether I can speak with animals. I'm not sure I have that spell at the moment.
Cage has an animal friendship spell. Yeah.
As one, they take flight into the mist.
Damn it.
Was that the family who live here? Are they watching what we're doing? I think they are. Hopefully they heard you say that we weren't going to steal anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping as well, because we shouldn't be stealing anything.
That's if it was them.
Yeah.
And hopefully Adrian made it back to them last night and they don't think I murdered him with my lightning bolt.
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
That's true. Okay, I'm going to say to Cage, can you just go in and keep an eye on Fisk and make sure he's not filling the pockets with their stuff?
Okay, Cage goes in and he looks around, and as he examines the bed, he goes, oh, this is odd. And he suddenly moves something and a key falls out into his hand from a secret compartment inside the bed, one of the bedposts.
That was lucky. Okay. Does the key match? Does Cage will then wander over to the chest. Does the key match the chest that we just
Indeed,
opened?
It does.
Okay, I think we should lock the chest and then put the key back to where it belongs, which Cage will do, and let those people have their stuff. And then I'm going to speak quietly to Wolfrel while Cage is in the other room. And I'm going to say, Wolfrel, there is something really weird going on with Cage because he looks even wetter than he did this morning when he first woke up.
Okay.
If that's possible. He's starting to look really damp, so there's something really strange going on with him.
Does that trigger anything in my arcane knowledge? Why someone would be getting wetter and wetter? Is he hot? Is he sweating?
I don't know. That's a good plan, though. Let's go and just check in and see how people are feeling in general.
Is it actually Cage? I'm listening to Starfire. Is it actually Cage?
Well, I was worried about that because, I mean, maybe it's something else taking his form. But he did cast Fireball. It was, he was channeling Cage. If it's an imitation, he's doing a good job.
Good point. I certainly felt it.
Maybe he's afflicted with something. Do you have anything that you can cast to determine what that is?
I'll just have a little think about that.
Okay, well, let's go through and get Fist to open up the next door. So we'll go through into the room. Dunk, if you could move Irina into the room, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
He's a wizard, and the wizards of the winery are wizards. I wonder if they've wizarded him somehow overnight.
Maybe. I don't know. Fisk, you're up. Do you want to check the door for traps? Listen against it, all of the above?
So he listens and looks and reports that it's a pretty simple door.
Okay. And does he hear anything on the other side?
No.
Okay, let's go then. I'll call back to Wolfrel. We're off.
Opening the door,
Okay.
Fisk steps through.
Roll.
Alrighty.
He sees there are 2 doors and 1 window. There's a rectangular table surrounded by 8 chairs. There's a large L-shaped cupboard and a floor-to-ceiling closet pantry. Next to the pantry is a small iron stove. Its embers cold.
Okay, well, nobody's been eating here, obviously, for a while.
There are 2 doors to the south and the window to the north.
2 doors to the south. Okay, I will listen up against the door where I am. Yep. And then if Fisk can listen up against the other door. I don't have Fisk's character sheet open.
I've got Fisk's. Sorry.
Yep.
Perception, did you say?
Yes, please. Starfire's perception has just run out.
Neither of you hear anything of
It's
note.
okay. Alrighty. Shall we try Fisk's door first? Fisk, do you want to open it quietly?
He opens it,
Yep.
exposing the stark wall of a corridor made of wood, yet to the west the wall seems to be made of stone. And there's a door at the eastern end as he transits in.
And just from what we know, from where we've come through, we think that will just lead back to where we were, right? Yeah, so Fisk. Shall we go through the other door then? if that's a corridor going back in the direction we came. Team okay? Yeah?
Starfire pushes the door
Yep.
open, exposing again a wooden wall,
Yeah.
and then to her immediate left to the east, a spiral staircase that seems to run to the
Okay.
lower level.
To the east. Okay, I'll call to the others and say, come through.
The corridor continues to the west. 1, 2, 3 doors to the north. The third one, here, open.
Okay. I'll get Fisk to come up and then go stealth.
You hear noises coming from within the room.
Okay.
Irina's with us too. I can't move her.
Okay, so Starfire hears noises, beckons to Fisk. So Fisk come forward and stealth near the room and tell us what he can see.
So, sorry, he's about to what? Look into it. As he's moving towards it, he hears a curse. Fuck out! In common. And then something that Wolfroll, in Druidic, you hear as a curse as well. You hear like as if someone is throwing bits and pieces around a room. Thud! Something heavy lands. Does he want to peer around the corner? Tell me if he does.
No, we're going to look at each other. We're going to look at each other with big eyes and just go, what do you reckon? 2 people in there? Look past Wolfroll and go, what do you want to do? Shall we go interrupt them? Right? Irina?
Probably should.
I'll get Cage down as well. It's like, right, okay, we're going in, Dunk.
Okay. As you turn, there are 3 creatures here. One appears human, but is so caked with dirt and mud that's hard to know for sure. Her hair is full of twigs, her face is hidden behind a veil of moss. She looks up at you, as she's been rooting through the contents of a cabinet, haphazardly tossing them onto the floor. Behind her you see 2 creatures made entirely of dead vines. These blights turn towards you and begin to shuffle as we all roll for initiative.
Yay!
So
it's like Wolfroll, you're up. Okay, Starfire rolls initiative. Dun, dun, dun. Cage initiative. Oh, I need to go back.
Initiative.
Cage initiative. And then try and do Ears initiative if I can.
let me know if you need me to do anyone's initiative. Do you need me to do Ears?
She's a pretty good. No, I've just tried it. Hopefully that's come up.
We got them all.
Cage, ear. Did Starfire come up? Oh, bloody hell. What is with my rolling?
It's really weird.
I don't know. Ear rolled 13. Cage rolled 16. Starfire rolled a 2.
Is Ear at 16? Is that right? 16 hit points? Because of the fireball thing?
No, 16 initiative. Oh, no, sorry. Ear's 13 initiative, and her hit points are. Ear should be at 16 hit points.
And her initiative is 13.
Yep.
Yep, perfect. Okay. I'm just going to go to the toilet and we'll play through to 9 or so, if that works for you guys. Yep.
Yeah, another 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so while he's gone, what do you reckon the water is with Cage?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it's very disturbing. Is he being rebirthed into something? I don't know.
I don't know.
Aside from being wet, he seems. Does he smell weird?
Nothing that I've picked up like that, but I mean that could be the next perception, is to check. But this whole being wet, I mean, it was good for, you know, slapping out a fire, but
I'm a bit worried. Maybe he's been possessed or something.
could be. I don't know. Does possession usually make people wet though?
I don't know. I'm grasping at
Weird.
straws. I
Yeah.
feel pretty bad because I fell asleep on watch and he woke up wet.
Well, it's
He
okay.
was sleeping under a horse.
Of course, fireballing people too, so you know.
He would love that.
Do we have anything that checks for curses or anything?
Not me, I don't think. I have a way of checking for shapeshifters, but it's not entirely indestructible.
Oh, have you got all the components for that? Because I still think that Strahd is Vasily.
Yeah.
Though I could be wrong, and it could just be the lady that we
Alright,
left behind,
back.
Lady Fakta.
So, assuming everyone's on, we have the first Vine Blight taking initiative at 18. Has anyone rolled higher than that and it's not come through? Fisk is missing.
Hang on, just to get.
So, Fisk.
I rolled for this.
No, he is 16.
Okay, I'll add him to
Yeah.
16.
the initiative. Whoa, wait. Hang on. Fisk. Oh my goodness, hang on. Sorry, just wait. A 10. What did he roll? 15. Yep.
16.
Okay, so we got Irina on. We don't have Irina. Let's get her on.
No.
Turn. Irina, what did Irina roll? Do we know?
Yeah. Irina rolled 9.
Perfect. Okay, so Irina, Fist, Starfire, Wolf Ear, Cage, Vine Blights, and a Druid. We are good to go. Let's see where we start, and then we start with the Vine Blight here that launches towards Starfire and does some freaky shit by trying to entangle you.
Oh no.
So, melee attack +4. So, rolling a 12 misses you, I assume.
Yeah, it does.
Tries to grab onto you,
Yay.
but stepping out of the way. Suddenly, Cage is now empowered. Feels he wants to do something. What's he gonna do?
Oh, you know Cage. He loves
He's
his
gonna
fire.
fireball.
He kind of moves Starfire out of the way with his hip,
No,
right?
he can
So
move to
he's
there.
one,
He can
two,
move to there. Wolfrul, where are you going?
I'm not going anywhere.
So he can move to there, or he can move further back.
Okay, so he can yell to Starfire to drop,
sure.
right? But will Starfire be able to drop in that time? Probably not. Can he step around Starfire to the Vine
No,
Blight?
Vine Blight's there. He can't move past it.
Okay. But he can shove me out of the way?
No, not really. No.
Yes, no?
He can go behind you where he
I
is.
thought you...
Or he can go
Yeah.
another square or 2 down here. That's the extent of what he can do. Or he can go, or this door's shut where Fisk is. No, or he can just go there.
Okay, so yeah, can't do much with me in the way and blocking.
Well, he can. Of course he can.
So I think, yeah, but he's also going to
Well, not
take me out.
necessarily. I mean,
That's
he
the whole
could
problem.
like cast it so that he protects you. He could shape the fireball so that it only goes into the room.
I don't know if I trust him with that. Okay, I'm going to trust him. I'm going to try and see if at what slot is that? He can cast Burning Hands. He'll tell me to duck. And I'm just, oh no, it's a cone.
Like you said, he'll be able to shape it so that it goes around you or over you, if that's what you want him to do.
Okay. That's what I want him to do. I want to make sure that he doesn't burn me.
So Burning Hands, and he's going for which? The blight right in front?
Yeah, he's going for that one.
It takes the 15 damage. Bits of it are on fire.
Sweet.
And it's like weird because like the like flame just like moves forward and then like sort of just completely goes over you and engulfs the flame, the vine blight in front of you. It's quite weird. Fisk. Okay, yep, yes. Thanks Vicky. Stepping up, taking over Fisk.
Yes. I think Fisk is going to hold back for a moment.
Okay. Ia. Holding back for a moment too, or moving forward?
Yeah. She'll move forward a couple, but she's holding back until these guys try and get rid of the room.
Staying behind Fisk, keeping her enemies close. Wolfrall, it is your turn.
Yeah.
So can I get past Starfire?
You can move. You can move to here, but if you were to try, you can't move in, and you can't move into any of their spots. You can move to behind Cage, or you could try and shoot a ranged attack at the Vine Blight at disadvantage because the door frame is covering half of it.
If I move back past Cage, can I get a bit away from Cage and cast a cantrip?
Yeah, sure, of course you can.
So I'm going to use this on the Gulthias staff and then hurl the burning thing down the stairs.
These stairs?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're stone stairs, aren't they? Are they stone stairs?
So, hang on, just give me 2 secs.
Or is that
so what window? Are you doing? You're casting where?
Window? I'm casting Produce Flame. Yeah. Is this a window?
That's a window right next to you.
Next to where I am? An open window?
No, it's not open.
So I'm going to hold the staff out the window, cast Produce Flame on it, and when it bursts into flame, I'm going to hold it for as long as I can without getting too hurt, make sure it burns before I release it.
So basically you're destroying the staff.
Basically I'm destroying the staff.
As you incant, suddenly the 2 vine blights collapse, dead.
Done.
The druid screams some gnarly scream at you and begins to conduct a most vile, terrible,
vile and terrible what? Spell? say vile and terrible bad breath. She doesn't look so hot.
And she hurls this flame that suddenly appeared in her hand. She picks it up and she hurls it at you, Starfire.
Okay. Fantastic.
Let me just try and do that. Have to do that. Alright. Choose flame. Let's just do that. There we go. 18. Does that hit?
Yes,
One
it
hit
does.
point of fire damage ignites into your left hand lock of hair, or whatever it is you Dragonborn have. And with that, it is your turn, Starfire. One hit point damage of fire.
Okay, that's okay. I'm like, that's fine. I will, actually, sorry, I'm just trying to pull it up. I don't know why it's not showing it. Sorry. I want to use my breath weapon on her.
Oh,
I'm just checking range of 15 feet.
love the
But yeah,
breath
that should
weapon.
work.
What could possibly go wrong with a 50-foot range of breath weapon setting fire to the winery? This is wonderful. I couldn't
It's
script
not
this
fire.
shit.
My
Seriously.
breath weapon is cold.
Okay.
My breath weapon is cold. I'm a silver dragon.
Right, that's good to know. Okay.
I'm a silver dragon.
She jumps
So,
out
yeah,
of the way.
on this,
Failing, however, as it is
how can she?
engulfed. She's engulfed with the cold, taking 10 hit points damage.
Man, she's
Yeah,
nimble, hey?
Fuck, okay. KG, what's KG doing? KG is back there. He wants to do something. He could
Yep,
do some
so,
more magic. He could, like,
Um,
bend something over you as well, because, like, that's how it's written in the spellbook. Like in the D&D, like, player's handbook, it says that, you know, players can actually shape their spells. That's fine.
sorry, I've been trying to focus on learning how to be
I
a
know,
monk.
Yeah.
That's been
But, yeah,
my
I'm sure it's
shit
written.
lately. So
It's not grappling to like vampires to do this.
yeah, probably not. Okay, she's just been hit with cold, so he might then try and scorch her a little. So he's going to shape it, and it's going to go over Starfire's head. It looks like a little arrow, so it looks like it can be directed quite easily. No, maybe not. I still don't trust him. I think cast Burning Hands
Sure,
again,
go.
maybe?
Oh, 15.
He's going to need a long rest after this.
Oh, complete failure. And she erupts into flames and perishes, setting fire to some papers that are on the floor.
Damn it.
A cabinet is open. There's a key hanging on the loop of twine.
Sorry, did you say she's
Oh, no,
still standing?
Very much burning to death.
Okay, no, that's fine. And there's a key on a loop
Yep,
of twine.
in the filing cabinet that she's opening, basically, or is opened. Yeah, just here.
Okay.
So inside the cabinet is a
Okay,
key
good that-
hanging on a loop of twine.
Do we? I feel weird because it's those nice people who run the winery. I don't feel like we should
And
take
there's
their
this weird
stuff.
contraption up here.
A weird contraption. Well, hang on. Let
you examine
let
the
us
weird
all
contraption,
who are going in do
you notice that there
investigation
seems to be
and
some
see
sort
what
of
we can
printing
see.
press. And you note that there are sort of wine labels that have been printed.
Okay, I'm going to get Cage to come into the room and get Cage to have a look as well to see if there's anything that I've obviously missed, because, you know, I must be feeling lightheaded given that roll.
Nope.
Nope. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to back out of the room and go talk to Wolf. Shall Fist go in, have a look? Or shall we move on down the stairs?
He's pretty good at looking at things, isn't he?
He is really good at looking at stuff.
Take a look, Fisk.
Oh. Oh, Fisk is great at looking at shit.
Okay.
Look at that.
So he realizes that the key must unlock some sort of internal door, for it's similarly shaped and formed as the key that you found in the other room. He realizes that it is indeed a printing press, and that this is some sort of like marketing. This is the marketing office. So there's a bunch of sort of labels. There's ink. There's glue. There's pieces of parchment. Yeah. And the ink seems to be made from some sort of wine, he senses, and he wants to take the ink. Because, you know, that's what Fisk would do.
The ink is made from wine?
The ink is made from wine, sort of, you know, stored in these sort of bottles in the cabinet.
Okay, so Fisk will take a bottle, I take it?
Okay.
That's what he does, right, Nikki?
I'd say so. That's quite likely.
Okay, so Fisk takes a
Ink
bottle
wine,
of this ink.
Yeah. Wine ink. I shall add it to his equipment.
Can I search the druid?
Yeah, sure can. What item? Yep.
Did my burning staff give a nice squeal?
No. The staff is gone. It's destroyed. It's out the window.
Did it squeal?
Oh yeah, there was an inhuman squeal. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mention that. Absolutely. Absolutely inhuman squeal came from the staff. Sorry, I'm just trying to edit this. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Wine, ink. Man, it keeps disappearing. Anyway, I'll do that later. Maria, you've got that written down somewhere, so I'll sort that out later. Okay.
Yeah. I'll just fold it. Fisk takes a bottle.
Wine ink. Cool.
Okay.
Now, the druid, searching the druid,
so
it has nothing of value or
reports.
anything other than some sort of parchment. And you can see the words Yester Hill written on it. And that rings a bell with what the Martikovs were saying to you earlier. The druids had come from Yester Hill to raid their winery. And perhaps they'd stolen a gem or something like that. But there's some other scribble below it.
And can I read it? I've got druidic.
Yeah, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
And with that, we'll call it a night.
Oh, okay. I just make a note and say Wolfall reads the Druidic.
Oh, Wolfrock can share it with you while you're there.
I'll share it with the party. Yeah.
Okay, what's it say?
I think it says, it's very messy. Restore the ability of our clan to take the shape. Find it. It must be there. Return before we send Winter Splinter to smite that foul place and Valakai in which they serve the forces who defy our master.
Before we send Winter Splinter?
Winter Splinter.
Okay. And what was the bit after Winter Splinter, sorry?
To smite that foul place and Valakai in which they serve the forces who defy our master.
Okay.
So someone can shapeshift or has lost the ability, maybe. Has this family of wizards taken something from the druids?
Maybe.
Because they're all turning into ravens.
Hey, so what did I need to do with
Very
Fisk
strange,
again? Sorry,
isn't it?
I had to.
Sorry.
Oh,
Bottle
that's
of
right,
wine
yeah.
ink
Okay, cool.
on him.
Thanks. Yeah, add that to his equipment.
I'll put it in so the group can see what she said, because I've just told you all. Is that okay,
Yeah, that's
Duncan?
fine, of course, yeah.
Okay. We still haven't left the winery. Things just get more and more complicated, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Winter Splinter. Was there some, like, ice sword or something that we were talking about?
There was the sun sword.
Sun sword.
There was a sun sword, but we haven't come across any kind of ice sword. Winter Splinter. I reckon Winter Splinter's a dragon. That sounds like a cool dragon name, right? If you're going to smite something, you either want it to be a frost giant or a dragon. That would have that kind of name. Just thinking out loud.
Winter Splinter. Sounds like something.
Sounds like something big, doesn't it? And powerful.
I know, what do you get splinters of?
Wood.
What else has everything else been?
I wonder if it was the staff.
What other creatures have been there? Vine blights. What are they made out of?
Wood.
Interesting.
I know. It's like, and we said that we'd find something in that place of wood and sand. The treasure will be found. We just don't know what the treasure is yet. Sorry, I'm trying to edit. Everything comes back to Yester Hill, doesn't it? It's a date today. Sorry, I'm just trying to update the journal as we speak. Strange times, hey? Oh no, that's not it. Okay, well, thank you so much for a very interesting game.
Yes, that was fun.
That was
Cool.
fun.
Okay.
Thanks,
Alright.
Duncan.
Hey, do you think Tim will ever be able to join us
Yeah,
again?
he should be able to at some point in the future.
Okay. No, it's a cool character. I hope I did it justice.
Oh, you did, Maria. You did. Evil
But, you know.
laugh.
It's always hard to play somebody else's character.
Oh no, you've done very well. Done very well.
I know, I feel like I should Facebook Tim and just go, so, this is where we're at. What do you want to do next?
You should.
Still
You should.
float
I
it up?
definitely would. Yeah, I definitely would.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll reach out to him.
Yes,
With his
that's right.
mysterious wetness, does he smell strange? Is there anything else that we can notice?
I don't know. Perhaps next time we play, you can do some checks.
We'll do another perception check. My good perception rolls have ended for the day. Now that I started rolling 1s and 6s. So, unfortunately. Well, I better get going. Dog to walk, uni call to do, assignment to work on.
All right, cool. Lockdown to partake in. All right.
Yes.
Thanks,
Exactly.
Nikki. Thanks, Maria.
Thanks,
See you in 2
guys.
weeks.
Thank you.
Hey,
See
speak
ya.
soon.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.